Do you know the health words that doctors and other healthcare professionals often use that most people misunderstand? Well, let's fix that today. In today's lesson, I'm going to teach you 5 powerful vocabulary words, idioms, phrases that are very used or that are commonly used with healthcare professionals. After this lesson, you'll be very confident when having conversations regarding healthcare. Let's get it started. The first expression we'll be considering is under the weather. It actually means to feel slightly ill or not completely well. So when you don't feel so good or you're not at your best physically, use the expression under the weather. Now let's take 2 examples to show you how to use this expression. I won't come to work today because I am feeling a bit under the weather. That means I don't feel strong enough to come to the office or to come to work today. Example 2. She looked under the weather after the long flight. Yes, the long flight can be physically exhausting. And so when people get off the plane, some of them look a bit sick. So because they look that way, we say they look under, or she looks under the weather. In medical English and everyday health vocabulary, we often describe mild illnesses in simple terms. Another important expression you're going to learn is run a fever. It actually means to have a body temperature that is higher than normal. In other words, your body is a bit hotter than what it should be. All right. Let's take 2 examples to show you how to use this word. The child is running a fever, so we need to see a doctor. That means the child isn't feeling well. The child's body is hotter than normal, and that can be a cause for concern, especially with new parents. Okay. I stayed at home because I was running a fever all night. Yeah, so I had a fever all night. My body temperature was unusually high, and that meant that I'm not in the best state of health. So I decided to stay at home. When talking about symptoms in health vocabulary and medical English, temperature is very important. Closely related to illness is this expression I'm going to teach you. Back on your feet. It actually means to recover from illness and become healthy again. Yes, the person is actually gradually becoming better. Now, there are 2 examples that would explain how to use this expression. The first one, after 2 weeks, Mrs. Obi is finally back on her feet. That means Mrs. Obi is gradually or has fully recovered or is gradually recovering. That's what this expression means. Second example, the doctor said, I would be back on my feet in a few days. That's a very reassuring expression. Everyone who falls sick looks forward to the time when they'd actually be back on their feet, when they'd be fully recovered. So in health idioms and recovery vocabulary, we often talk about healing and recovery. Another important expression that you need to learn is this, to take a turn for the worse. This expression is used when someone's health suddenly becomes worse. Yeah, especially when things seem to be going good and then next thing you know, boom, the person just gets worse or gets bad. The health situation just, turns into something horrible. Let's take 2 examples to show you how to use this idiomatic expression. His condition took a turn for the worse. Yeah, his condition just suddenly went bad. Okay? So example 2. The patient was stable, but things took a turn for the worse. Exactly. The patient was looking very good. It looked like he'll be discharged in a couple of days. And then next thing you know, things just went bad. Medical English often describes changes in conditions, but not all the expressions are negative. Some of them are very positive, just like this next expression. Fit as a fiddle. It actually means to be excellent in health, to have very, very good health, right? You're fit, you're sharp, you're bright, you're healthy. Let's take 2 examples to show you how to use these expressions. After regular exercise, he is now fit as a fiddle. Exercise actually improves your physical stamina, your endurance. And so this man, after performing regular exercise for some time, he becomes fit as a fiddle. He's excellent in health. Susan recovered quickly and is now fit as a fiddle. When Susan was ill, she could barely move, but now she's fully recovered. She's excellent in health. Now that you've learned important health vocabulary, medical English expressions, and important health idioms. Let us move over to the quiz to test your knowledge to see if you actually understand all that I have taught you. First question: what does under the weather mean? Is it A, very healthy, or B, slightly ill, or C, very angry, or D, extremely tired? Question 2: what does run a fever mean? A, to exercise fast. B, to have a high body temperature. C, to feel cold. Or D, to sleep deeply. Question 3. What does back on your feet mean? A, to start running. B, to recover from illness. C, to fall down. Or D, to visit a hospital. Question 4. What does feet as a fiddle mean? A, very sick. B, very weak. D or C, in excellent health. And D, recovering slowly. Finally, question 5. What does a turn for worse mean? Does it mean A, your health improves suddenly? Or B, your health becomes worse suddenly? Or C, your health stays the same? Or finally D, that your health is perfect? Go to the comment section and drop your answers. If you learned something very new or amazing from this video, please remember to give me a follow, share this video to someone who might need it, and of course, remember to keep watching all my videos.